WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Good morning to you all on this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly King, along with my co-host, Kayla Ferris. Great to have you here this morning, Kayla, because we are holding down the fort for Alexis Bellamy.
Yes, 2 days in a row. Don't worry, Alexis is okay, but we are here for her. And excited to do this again.
Yeah, she'll be back. We're just filling in, keeping the seat warm.
Exactly.
But meantime, you and I are tag teaming it with the top stories. And today's top story, the start of the new year, brings a fresh face to the city of Dayton. Newly elected mayor, Dayton Mayor Shanice Turner-Sloss, was sworn in along with Dayton City Commissioners last night at the Dayton Kroc Center. Supporters filled every seat and hundreds more stood to watch Shanice Turner-Sloss to be sworn in and hear her goals and the plans she has for the city. She outlined her plan, which includes resident-centered governance, public safety, and building stronger business relationships. Turner-Sloss is encouraging people to get involved with one of 3 advisory committees, attend city commission meetings, and come to City Hall with input. Her first city commission meeting as mayor is tomorrow night.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. In other news, the man accused of vandalizing Vice President J.D. Vance's Cincinnati home is making his first court appearances today. William DeFore was arrested minutes after he was spotted on surveillance footage outside of the home with a hammer in his hand. Lawyers claim DeFore's actions were not politically motivated. During a hearing in the Hamilton County Common Pleas Court, bond was set at $11,000. A federal court hearing is expected later today, and 2 News reporter Evan Bales is going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes to tell us a little bit more about what's going on down in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we'll wait for him on that and stand by for new information. We also now know the name of the Greene County teen who died from the flu. 16-year-old Riley Nicole Spurlock was from Beaver Creek and died December 28th. Now, this is the state's first reported pediatric flu death this season. According to the Ohio Department of Health, more than 1,400 people were in the hospital for the flu last week. This is no joke. A lot of people are sick.
Yeah, and so please wash your hands and do what you can to not be sick. Miami Township officials are asking the U.S. Supreme Court to review a $45 million award for a man wrongfully convicted of sexual assault. Dean Gillespie spent 20 years behind bars, and he was released in 2011 thanks to the Ohio Innocence Project. A federal jury awarded him the money after finding a former Miami Township police detective unconstitutionally suppressed evidence.
A Washington Township SWAT standoff suspect will not be in court as expected today. Alexander Yale faces charges for his reported role in a December 23rd standoff. That's where he was hurt along with a police officer. Yale does remain in the hospital, which is why he can't make his first court appearance today, and that's why that's not happening. Authorities say Yale was having a mental health crisis, which led to the standoff, and then shots fired. Yale reportedly shot himself. A Dayton police officer was hit by shrapnel, but is expected to be okay.
All righty, now turning away from those top 5 stories and into the weather outside. Cameron, actually pleasantly surprised when I stepped out the door this morning. It wasn't terribly cold.
Yeah, it was just very cloudy in the morning hours. We saw some rain into the overnight hours, and outside it's a little bit breezy. We're going to see those winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour sustained here as we go through the day. Could even see them gusting up to about 30 at times. Outside, you can see the wet pavement as we saw some rain here this morning, but we are dry here at the moment as we go through the Miami Valley. Just lots of cloud cover is expected as we go through the daytime. And looking at rainfall today, not much in terms of totals. It was just very light rain, and that's what we expect here as we go into the afternoon. There's still a chance of some rain going into the afternoon hours, but only about 1/100th of an inch there at the National Weather Service in Wilmington. Everywhere else, I'm not seeing any measurable rain. Visibility right now with those clouds and some mist here early in the daytime. There was visibility right around 4 or 5 miles. Some areas right around 1.8. We're going to see those increasing as we go into the afternoon, though. Live Doppler 2 HD. All is quiet here as of right now. There's some rain up to the north. But here in the Miami Valley right now, staying dry and going through the next couple of days, we're going to increase those chances of rain, some heavier rain as we get into your Friday. We are tracking a big cool down, though, as we head into the weekend coming up on the Complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
Yeah, that drizzle makes things a little bit nasty out there, though, Cameron.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not heavy rain, but we're going to see that chance arrive going into the weekend.
Yeah, that Friday, that 80% chance, that's going
It's going to be a warm one, though, at least.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a good day, though, to stay inside if we're going to get
Yes,
that much rain.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks, Cameron. All right. Switching gears to react to that, everybody's favorite part of the morning. We are asking, what habits do you pick up during the winter time? If you have any special things that you do, particularly during this time of year that you don't do in maybe the summer or the spring or even the fall, we want to hear about it. Kelly, do you have any habits?
I'm like a bear. I hibernate during this time of the year. You know,
Yeah.
I want to go to work and then come home and then just kind of stay there when it's cold out.
I
now, in a
completely
day like
concur.
today, it's not too bad. I won't mind getting out there, running errands, but, you know, when I can, just staying home at this point.
Don't go out unless you absolutely have to.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I think for me, I don't know. I eat a lot of soup around the winter time. Is that
Yeah.
a habit? I don't know.
It's
Just
one of
those
those
cozy
things.
meals and stuff like that.
Right.
Staying inside, cooking.
It keeps you warm, you know,
Right.
eating that soup.
Yeah, kind of
And-
like you said, more inclined to go out and,
Right.
go have a meal or something outside in the summertime or
Yes.
even in the spring. But in the winter,
In
I
the
just
winter.
like to cozy up inside and cook and be warm.
Right.
But let us know, what do you pick up during the winter time? You can scan that QR code on your screen and react to that with us. We'll read them at the end of the show.
And now we want to circle back to one of our top stories. The man accused of vandalizing Vice President J.D. Vance's Cincinnati home was expected in court today. 2 News reporter Evan Bales is on standby for us and has the update for us. Evan, what did you learn?
Kelly, Kayla, good morning. So what we know right now is that 26-year-old William DeFore, he was arraigned this morning. He has an $11,000 bond that was for smash Secret Service vehicle. Now, the argument that that DeFore's defense attorney made was that this vandalism was not politically motivated, that it was more mental health oriented, if that makes sense. So there are instances of him in the past of vandalizing other properties, and as far as we know, that he has not served any jail time for those, and is in some sort of reform program. So as far as we know, he is not. This attack is allegedly not politically motivated, and is again more of a mental health thing.
Evan, talk us through a little bit. What are the next steps in this case for DeFore?
So with DeFore, because he damaged government property, federal government property, he is making an appearance in Cincinnati federal court today. That is at 1:30. I'll be heading there as well. So he will be facing similar vandalism charges for the actions that he took when he smashed up a Secret Service vehicle as well.
And Evan, you said that he also has a history of past vandalism.
Yes. So we were able to pull up some old court records from the Hamilton County Common Pleas, the courthouse you see behind me. We were able to find another instance of vandalism. I believe back in 2024, there were 2 charges for vandalism there. We weren't able to see too many of the details around where that was or what the punishment may have been. But again, we do know that he is in some kind of reform program.
All right, Evan, thanks so much for keeping us updated. We'll wait for the update from you from later on when you go to federal court. So we'll be listening for that.
Thank you.
Also right now, new details on 2 separate crashes that shut down part of I-75. Take a look. This is new body cam video that we've obtained, and this was actually after the second crash. Initially, the Ohio State Highway Patrol responded to a car that went off of I-75. This was near mile marker 66 in Monroe Township. And then that car struck a bridge. It happened just after 3:30 Sunday morning. No injuries were reported there, but almost an hour later, a parked OSB vehicle was hit by a pickup truck. That is what you're seeing there. You're seeing some of that aftermath. You can see the pickup truck all mangled. The driver of the pickup truck was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The officer was transported to the hospital for minor injuries. So that crash is still under investigation.
Oh no, this is awful. Make sure that you're being careful out there, especially when you're driving in the wee hours of the morning, like they said. All right, switching gears, Congressman Mike Turner joined elected officials and members of the Downtown Dayton Security Working Group, which is a collection of Dayton business leaders, to address growing safety concerns in the city. They're focusing on 3 factors: social services, police presence, and enforcement. The group compiled their recommendations from various discussion pods within the group and submitted them to the county and the city commissions, recommending that these things are put in place. And Congressman Mike Turner even mentioned that new mayor Shanice Turner Sloss is on board with some of these changes that they've recommended.
All right. We'll have to keep our eye on that. Thanks, Kayla. Also, something really exciting. New dates have been announced for this year's Troy Strawberry Festival. It's expected to be a big one. This year marks 50 years for the event. It will be held June 6th and 7th in downtown Troy, so mark your calendars right now. That festival brings in roughly 100,000 visitors to Troy every year, and some are predicting this year is going to be even more than that due to the golden anniversary. This is one of my favorite festivals of the summer. I didn't get to go last year because I was either out of town or already had plans. I love the Strawberry Festival. Those strawberry donuts, one of my favorite things, and then along with the strawberry salsa. If you've never been, you have to go.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
I want to go. I mean, this looks, those donuts like you're talking about, those look incredible. Those being packaged up right there.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds really good.
There's always long lines for the donuts. You know, they're in high demand. The other thing I think that's really cool is they dye the fountain pink.
Yeah, that's cute.
Red.
I see that on your
Pink,
scene
red,
right
you know
there.
what-
yeah.
So it's all strawberries all the time in downtown Troy. Again, the 6th and 7th of June. Mark your calendars right
Yeah,
now.
we're looking forward to it.
Yes. All right, still much more ahead here on 2 News Now. Coming up after the break, we'll check back in with Cameron, plus a warning from Springboro Police.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Okay, welcome back to 2 News Now, and you know what time it is. Time to get a look at our Winter Olympic countdown, and the opening ceremony is officially just 1 month away. This is crazy because I remember when we were a couple months away. So now we are down to the wire, and this year's games are known as Milano Cortina. You know, they're taking place in Italy starting on February 6th to February 22nd. And the Paralympics are right after that on March 6th to March 15th. When that time comes, remember, you can watch it right here or on WDTN Plus and on WDTN. All right, and speaking of Italy, they always have better looking weather than we do, but today we're a little better today.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some drizzles, but it's
Not too bad.
warmer.
I mean, look at the image there, though. It's
I know.
beautiful in
I
the
know.
distance.
And then you bring up this.
And then we have US 35.
Yes.
and
They have
Factory
mountains.
Road,
We have
Gray
US
skies.
35.
car dealerships.
Yes.
Well, out there, it is a little bit on the lower visibility here as we go into the morning hours. You can see it's a little bit hazy out there. In the distance, lots of cloud cover here this morning, some light rain as well. Obviously not the same weather as in Italy, as it looks like it was clear there and nice. Precip chances going into the afternoon hours. We'll start to taper the chances off as we get into the evening hours. So we will still see a chance of some light, isolated to scattered showers here as we get into the afternoon. Not expecting much in terms of that accumulation, though. And those winds about 5 to 15 miles per hour for the most part here today. We will see gusts up to about 30 at times. Highs up north, staying in the 40s in places like Wapakoneta, Sydney, Bellefontaine, and Salina, but everyone else right around 50 in the northern half of the Miami Valley. You get further south, a few degrees warmer. 52 here in Dayton, 52 in Oxford, and 51 in Eaton. Live Doppler 2HG, just seeing one little light shower there on the Darke County, Mercer County border here as we go into the 11 a.m. hour. Otherwise, we are staying dry here through the middle of the daytime as of right now. Zooming out, the warm front has already pushed on through. That's why we have those warmer temperatures and also lots of cloud cover here in the Miami Valley. We are going to still see the chance before that cold front moves on in of a light shower or two here as we get into the afternoon hours. Temperatures right now, 48 here in Dayton, 50 in Springboro, 47 up north in Minster, and 45 in Wapakoneta. Lots of cloud cover expected as we go into the afternoon. Could see a isolated shower or two early into the afternoon hours. Lots of cloud cover expected into the nighttime. As we get into your Wednesday, it's at least going to be a dry day. We're going to have some mostly cloudy skies early on, and then late in the day, we'll see some sunshine peeking out there before we see some chances of rain as we head late into your Thursday and as we head into your Friday. We're going to have a low pressure moving on in. That will bring temperatures up to the 60s or close to it as we get into Friday, but also it's going to bring some windy conditions and then a big cool down on the way. 52 the high today. We could have some light rain and drizzle possible here as we go into the next 7 days, but as we go into the next 7 days, we are going to be tracking the chances of temperatures that are going to get up to about 60 or so degrees, but my iPad is obviously not working right now. I accidentally pressed the command button, so it is all wonky right now. But we are going to see temperatures up to the 60s Friday, and then a big cool down on the way on Sunday.
You know what? That happens. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's hard. Tuesdays are hard.
It is what it is. Exactly.
I wish it worked.
Mondays are hard. Tuesdays are hard. Wednesdays are too.
Thursdays sometimes. Yeah.
Fridays, though, you said Friday's going to be pretty nice temperature-wise.
Temperature-wise, yeah, but we're going to have
rainy.
rain on the way through the day.
Okay.
But that's okay. We'll be here. All right. Thanks, Cameron.
Well, there's nothing better than a refreshing glass of water to quench your thirst. But if you live in Ohio, you might want to use a filter if you prefer to drink tap water. And here's why. A new study found from The Kitchen, yes, that's an actual thing, it's called The Kitchen, found Ohio has the 6th worst tap water in the U.S. Other states with the worst tap water include North Carolina, Nevada, Wyoming, West Virginia, and Delaware. Now, officials say nothing to panic about. It's still legally safe to drink. It's just you might want to use that filter.
This is eye-opening. I have a Brita filter for like water that I drink, but I do use the water to cook with, if you're making pasta or whatever and you need to boil water on the stove.
Yes. I'm going to be honest. I buy bottled water to drink.
Do you? Do you recycle at least?
I buy bottled water.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to have to talk about this after the show. We're going green, people. All right. Moving on to the next story. Okay. Do you love movie theater popcorn?
Yes.
You do?
Love it. Yes.
I like movie theater popcorn. I'm more of a nachos person, though, when I go to the movies.
Oh, I like that, and I like the soft pretzels, too.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
good.
and the pizza.
With jalapeno.
Actually,
okay,
just all
wait,
of
here
it.
we go.
All of
Kelly's
it.
about to get indecisive up in here. But, okay, if you are a fan of movie theater popcorn, but you don't think the sizes give you enough bang for your buck, you can go to your local Cinemark on January 18th and 19th because they are hosting a bring your own popcorn bucket special. You can fill any container of your choosing up to 400 ounces for just $5, which is a steal if I've ever heard one.
Yep.
If you really need that extra ounce, though, extra 100 ounce, the only container bigger than 400 ounces that is approved is a Big Blue 5-gallon bucket from Lowe's. So,
yeah, but how can you eat all that popcorn? It's going to get stale then.
I think so too. I mean,
Yeah.
watch us say this and then somebody go out of their way to prove us wrong and be like, look, we ate the whole Big Blue bucket.
I want it fresh,
Yeah, but I guess split it
with a
amongst
lot
your
of butter.
friends and family.
a lot of butter and some salt on there.
I don't know. Well, we know where Kelly will be on
Yeah.
on January 18th.
Yep, my calendar is marked. All right. Well, when it comes to betting on football, usually it's a safe bet that the Browns, unfortunately, will lose. One person thought that way and ended up losing a chance to win millions. Here's what happened. The Browns beat the Bengals Sunday in dramatic fashion, driving the field to kick a field goal as time expired. A Nevada sportsbook called Circa Sports was running a survivor pool this year. And it's where people pick one team each week to win without repeating that team over the season. If you get the right pick, you get to stay in the pool. So an $18 million prize was up for grabs with only 6 people remaining. So if they picked their game correctly, they'd each win $3 million. 5 of those people actually chose correctly, but 1 person picked the Bengals to beat the Browns, which means they lost because the Browns actually beat the Bengals. So even when the Browns win, some fans still lose.
This sucks.
You gotta go with your team.
Yeah, you do. And
You gotta stick to the team.
it is sad that that person lost $3 million. I'm actually more surprised that more people didn't pick the Bengals to win over the Browns. I'm surprised that it was only 1 person that lost. So I guess that's
out
a
of
good sign.
those 5.
Yeah.
5
So
or 6.
out of the 6 people, 5 got the $3 million. So maybe they'll take pity on the person and give them some money.
They probably won't.
Probably not. Maybe that was wishful thinking. All right. Well, even though the holidays are over, those scammers are still out there, and Springboro police are warning the community of this new letter scam. Look at your screen right now. If you've gotten this envelope in the mail, stay away. They're receiving these letters in the mail requesting donations that claim to benefit Springboro City Council. They are not real. This letter was not sent by the city or anybody affiliated with the city. If you receive this letter, do not reply, and just make sure that you're verifying the sources of any mail or even text messages you receive before you give away any personal or financial information, because people are always trying to prey.
Yes.
We say it all the time.
Yep. Good to know. Pay attention out there. Check your sources.
Yep.
Also, astronauts with the U.S. Space Agency's Artemis program have practice launched countdowns. Those demonstration tests traditionally take place shortly before a launch. So this means the Artemis 2 mission is designed to fly its crew once around the moon before returning them to the Earth over the course of 10 days. So they are likely preparing for another trip to the moon, and this would be the crew's first since the early 1970s to see the moon up close.
Very cool.
Yeah.
This
I
is
always
awesome.
think of, I know this is silly, but I always think of that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he goes into a bar and then he's like, "We landed on the moon." And it was an old newspaper article. And I always think of that scene in Dumb and Dumber when I hear something.
Yeah. Well,
associated
now
with-
some people will actually
We
be able
landed
to.
on the moon.
Yeah, land on the moon. Very cool.
All right, so much more ahead here on 2 News Now. Coming up after the break, we have your answers to our React to That question. All right, welcome back to 2 News Now, and it's time for your answers to our React to That question.
Yes.
We asked you, what habits do you pick up during the winter? A lot of you responded. Kayla and I said, one of those things was to stay inside. But Norma says, hibernate like a bear.
Norma's on the
Exactly what I
same
said.
page.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, she's on the same page as us. Jenny says doing crossword puzzles and reading.
Very
Sounds
nice,
productive.
Jenny. Cuddle
And
up.
then Julia says eating too much comfort food. I would say yes.
Yes.
Last year was a double whammy. I had foot and wrist fracture, but I got on the wagon of eating healthy and lost the extra weight plus more. Congrats,
Wow.
Julia.
Yeah, Julia, that's like a New
That's
Year's
great.
resolution, everything rolled
Yeah,
into
you
one.
go. You go, girl. All right. And with that, we have Grace talking about what's coming up today on Living Dayton.
Yeah, we actually have a lot happening. So Dayton Live and Dayton History are going to be in the studio talking about their 2026 events. It's a new year. They're going to have lots of events coming up. So you definitely do not want to miss it because it's going to be a stacked lineup.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
Tune in for that at noon on Living Dayton. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place.